morning once again. How are you all? Today is very sunny day, isn't it? So now I think you are staying safe. Once again, I'm asking you whether you are staying safe or not. It's very important nowadays, isn't it? So see, what we are doing is we are doing now the fourth chapter, that is planning, isn't it? Firstly, we have done meaning, definition. Okay. So today we'll be doing importance of planning. Got it? Then gradually we'll try to complete our chapters and then other chapters also, remaining chapters also. Okay. So I'm talking about the importance of planning. Got it? And see, these are the points you need to keep it in your, keep all this thing in your mind. Very simple. You can write it in your own language also. You see the topic, what this topic is telling you, isn't it? So accordingly you can make your own notes also. Got it? So see, so the first one is planning provides direction, and then planning reduces the risk of uncertainties. Next is planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning promotes innovative ideas. It facilitates decision making. It establishes standards for controlling. Then it focuses on the objectives of the company. It improves efficiency and leads to economical operation. Now what are these means? See, these are the importance of planning. Why we need to plan for the business activities. Okay, being manager, being businessman, personal. Okay, so why they plan before they do anything else in their company. Got it? In their business enterprises. Got it? Now you can also say, if you get the question like significance, then also you can write the same thing: importance, significance, or benefits, or advantages, isn't it? Or merits. So any kind of question, if you get, the answer can be same. You can write these points. Okay. Now first one is planning provides direction. Now how the planning will provide direction? See, in business, the manager has to plan for the future course of action, isn't it? And what the thing will happen if the plan is already done, then the employees, they are not confused what to do, where to go, isn't it? Because it is already done by the manager. The planners, manager is the planner, of course, isn't it? The managers or their bosses, they have already planned for them what the things, what activities now they are going to do in the future, or today's plan, tomorrow's plan, isn't it? Every day's plan, subsidiary plan, or the main plans. Got it? So they get the direction. Okay, so unity of direction will also be there. There will be unity of direction, one of the principle of management we have already done, that is there. Because if already planned out, isn't it, who all are doing what activities, okay, how much resources they have to utilize, everything is done, so they are not confused, isn't it? There won't be any chaos. They just follow the plan and do their work. So this way we can say that planning provides direction for the employees, for the people who are working in the organization. Got it? Fine. Now the next one is planning reduces the risk of uncertainties. You know very well, business is very much uncertain, unpredictable, isn't it? Dynamic in nature. So with that context, we can say that if the plan is already done, for example, if there would be any that not good situation, or you can say that there will be gloomy, isn't it? Or you can say that anything else which is not acceptable in their business, that is going to happen in the future, means for that also they have already planned. Or financial crisis, isn't it? Or any demand and supply problem. Okay, for that, to overcome all this problem, they have already that planned out what they are going to do already, isn't it? So by that way we can say that planning also reduce, it will make that lessen, okay, their burdens. Planning reduces the risks of those unpredictable situations which can be happen in their business, okay, which can affect badly in their business. So for that also they have already planned out what they are going to do. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, Now third one is planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Now how come this? Okay, since we have already talked about there will be what? Unity of direction, isn't it? There is unity of direction, got it? What they are going to do, instruction already met. Okay, what are the plans, what are the work they have to carry out, who is doing what activities, isn't it? That is already done. So for that there won't be any confusion, there won't be any overlapping for doing any activities or utilizing the resources in the organization, got it? There won't be any wasteful activities because in the planning time they have already met or prepared what are the resources to be utilized, which department is using how much resources, that is also already planned out, got it? Because in the business we have already learned there are various departments, isn't it? Marketing department, the finance department, purchasing department, production department, isn't it? So sales department, so all those department, whatever resources they are needed, required, okay, that is also already planned out by the organizational people, or you can say the manager or the finance manager, got it? So with that we can say that there can be planning also helps to reduce being overlapping or for that wasteful activities. There won't be any wasteful activities, we believe on that. Okay, and next one is planning promotes innovative ideas. It's very important point. See, planning means what? It is a mental exercise, it is an intellectual process, isn't it? Mental work. The people whoever plans, they should think about innovative ideas, isn't it? They always think about innovative ideas, in what way they can promote their business, in what way they can get the success in the business. They do that. Okay, so the planners always welcome the suggestion of the workers or any people whoever there exist in the organization. Okay, if they find if in their general meeting or any kind of meeting, or if they get to know that some people are having that innovative ideas, creativity, what is new ideas, then the planners will always welcome their suggestion. Though the people whoever giving the ideas, they are not the planners or they are not from the top level management people, they are only from the lower level management people. Even then, if they can give the good suggestion, good ideas, creative ideas, innovative ideas, then they are always welcome, because they are planners are always in a need of those kind of innovative ideas in the organization. Okay, so we can say that planning promotes innovative ideas in the organization. Got it? The fifth one is it facilitates decision making. Obviously, what for they do plan means the plan is in any way it leads or it's that taking the side of decision making. Okay, planners they already plan, and according to that they don't have any kind of problem for tackling or for giving any kind of decision in the organization. In case of anything else which is happened, or the manager or the planners will not be confused while taking the decision, because they have already set out, they have already planned out that what to do, who is to do it, how they are doing it, how they are tackling the problems, isn't it? How they are facing all those kind of uncertainties. They are always ready because they have already planned out about their future, isn't it? So they don't have any problem while taking the decision in the organization. That's why we can say that you also can apply in your life, isn't it? Dear students, you can also think about your decision making process. Got it? If you have already planned out for anything, the thing is going to happen in your future, isn't it? You know very well, like in this case of corona, this virus problem that we are, pandemic situation we are facing always, isn't it? If you have planned out the things like getting the that consumer goods and all, isn't it? Whatever is necessary for your the household things, then what you will do, you have already planned out how you will acquire all those things, isn't it? So there won't be any problem, isn't there? Won't be anything. If anybody will ask you that how you are managing your household and all, then you can easily tackle those situations, or you can face any kind of troubles if you have already planned out. Got it? So the things will apply here also in the business. The planners, they have planned. That's why that planning process will facilitate decision making in the future course of action, in the futures also. Okay. Now another one is it establishes standards for controlling. This is also most important. I'll be marking here because in the controlling chapter also these terms will again and again it will repeat it. So I'm just telling you, planning establishes standards for controlling. Now what is planning? In the planning time, what will happen exactly? We set the objectives, isn't it? If you plan, then what you think? It is a thinking process. Planning is thinking process. In that time, what you will think? You think about objectives, what you are going to achieve, isn't it? What is your aim of doing planning? Got it? So what for you are planning? Because you want to achieve something, no? Isn't it? So in the same manner, here also businessman or the planners or the managers, isn't it? Whoever is planning for the business, he will think, okay, that group of people, planners group, they will think about objectives of the organization, what they are going to achieve, what for they are planning right now, isn't it? What is their motive of planning, or you can say their objectives of planning, or you can say aim of planning. Got it? So that is already set in the planning time. Now after planning, what will happen? The people will follow those plans and then they are going towards achieving the goals. Got it? They are following the plans and they are now in a process of achieving those objectives. Got it? Now after 1 year, or you can say after the completion of the time period, the work also has been done. Got it? Now they have already set the objectives, right? They have set the objectives. For example, they have set the objectives of producing 500 pieces of their product. Got it? Like for example, 500. You can say like cupboard. Got it? Your business is cupboard business. You produce cupboard. Still that cupboards. Got it? Now 500 units of those. That is the objective they have set already during planning. So for that achieving 500 that cupboards, you people are doing continuously work, isn't it? Throughout the year. Then after the end of the year, now you will check whether that has been reached to 500 or not. Got it? So if it is reached to 500, then what will happen? That is that time, if it is reached to 500, then it is well and good. If it is nearly 500, that also well and good. Got it? You will check. Controlling means you will check whether your objectives is now matched with the last ending process or not. Till the end, whether that is matched or not. Okay. During planning time, you thought of achieving 500. Now at the end, whether you achieve 500 or not, you will match. That is known as controlling. So what it is said that it establishes standards for controlling. You can control, or this is checking, isn't it? You can check whether you have made 500 products or not. Got it? If not, then again you will plan. How come we could not achieve that 500 products? Got it? Again, it will be like replanning, reorganizing, restaffing. All those functions will be now repeatedly doing. Got it? So it establishes standards for controlling is like that. You just understand planning will make a base for checking also. If you plan, then only you can set the objectives. If you do not plan, then how can you compare with the control? Isn't it? See, for one more example I just want to give. You are thinking about scoring 100%, or you can say that at least 90% marks in the examination. Got it? That is your planning objective. During planning, you have said that you are going to achieve how much percentage? 90%. Okay, that is you have established the standard. Standard means set the target. Okay, setting the target. You have made the target of achieving how much marks? 90% marks. Okay. Now later on, after the examination is over and the results also has been declared. Now what you will do? You will match whether you have scored 90% or not. If yes or nearly 90%, then you will be happy. Then you will again do the same kind of process in your further studies, isn't it? How you have used to wake up in the morning, how you have how much time you have given for studying and all those things will rewind in your mind, isn't it? And you'll understand that okay, if I do this much in the further course of further studies also, I'll be achieving this much marks, so I am satisfied. Got it? So same thing it will happen in the business also. If they are satisfied, then it's well and good. But if not, after checking the target, if not, then again they will replan. Their planning is not to that up to the mark. Got it? So that thing will happen in the business. Now that was for sixth point, that the planning establishes standard for controlling. After that, we'll be again doing in the next chapter the same thing. Okay. Seventh, it focuses on the objectives of the company. I have already told you that during planning time, the planners, the managers, or the person whoever involved in the planning process, they set the objectives of the company. That is the main motive of doing planning. Okay. So planning focuses on the objectives of the company. Okay, they focus on their objectives, what they are going to achieve. Accordingly, they plan what are the other plans. That is main plan. Objective of planning is the main plan. So achieving that objectives of plan, what other thing, what other subsidiary plan, branches of plans, okay, they have to do. That is also already they set up in the beginning time. Got it? Now another one is the last one. It improves efficiency